Welcome to the DK His, as you know what we talking about. Welcome to the DK His, that's what we gonna run our mouth. Hey y'all, just a little disclaimer, everything is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged. I don't know none of these people. I'm just giving my thoughts, my opinions, predictions on what I think I see and know and hear. And I want you to do the same down in the comment section. So don't take everything too seriously, but only with a grain of salt, because you know we be chefing it up in this kitchen. And welcome, glad to have you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've been here a couple of times, we'd love to have you in the fam bam. All right, so hopefully everybody had a good holiday. So we're here to talk about a refresher. And I just did a video on Armand and Regine. Y'all go check that out. Per T. All right, alleged T. We're gonna talk about today, Life with Q, I believe, and Belove's life. Because I did a video saying that I did not know if it was messy or not, if Blove speaking on Q's life, her marriage, this and that was messy. Because if you don't know, they had their beef in the past, a light beef that was publicized. Everybody seemed to knew about it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my other video that I did with Belove's life, possibly being messy with Q. And I'm only here now because we got some clarification on the situation. And every time I come and something is clear, I try to, speak on it. If I'm able to, if I can. So apparently, Q is back home. She is no longer in Africa. She is back in the U.S. at this moment, at this time. So kudos to her. I'm so glad she made it back safely. I felt like she was going to make it back safely, but I am glad that she made it back safely. She did a mukbang live, I believe, on yesterday, and she did another one on today. So she's getting right back into her videos, but a lot of her videos have been live to where you're able to ask her questions and she's able to speak on topics. And one topic that she did speak on was her and Blove. So we're going to get into that. But once again, shout out to Q for traveling and making it home safely, because she said 24-hour commute. Like, that's a whole day, baby. So wow. And they also mentioned that she looks as if she lost weight, which is cool. And she spoke about the food being very organic and healthy over there in Africa, which I will admit, their food is very healthy. They do a lot of baking and boiling. They don't use a lot of fried stuff, but they do fry some stuff. But a lot of their stuff deals with baking. They have vegetables and stuff in their food as well. And yes, it's very fresh. I remember when I was with my ex Nigerian, he would go slaughter the cow, bring it home. Chickens. He would get it fresh. Now, I want to say everything was fresh because he did go to the supermarket a lot of times. But when he was able to go to a butcher, he would go to a butcher fresh. So, yeah, they don't play about their organicness. I will say that. And the food, to me, I love African food. So the people I hear talk about, like, what's some good African food? I love their fish with the pepper sauce with it, but I love spice. So my stuff is for spice. They do got it without the spice. I like the egusi soup. And yes, I do chew. I don't just swallow that fufu in my mouth. I know how to make fufu. You can get the fufu in a bag and add water to it, and it's kind of like instant oatmeal. But it's fufu. You can make it in over the pot, or I did it in the microwave a couple times, but they don't really like that. But yeah, it's easy to make. And well, not if you're making it from scratch. It's not. You have to pound it, but the instant is okay. And the fufu, I made fufu before and vegan fufu. Because if you don't know, you can still eat the sauce, kind of like what Blove does, without all the goat meat and the chicken and stuff in there. My favorite is goat meat. I hate that I love goat, but goat is so... I love the taste and the texture is so good. I wouldn't think I would like goat. And the crazy part is, I'm telling you how fresh that their meat is. One time I went to... a very well-known African group, and they invited me to eat, and they had this soup. And one thing that I remember seeing in my bowl, which my ex-husband had to help me with, it was actual goat teeth, a mouth, bottom jaw in the soup. And they were saying that's one of the best parts. And I said, you know what? Get somebody else to do it. And my ex-husband was able to eat that for me. But they were saying that was like a good thing if they put it in my, like, you knew I wanted to eat that. You knew it. But anyway, so she also mentioned, back to Q, that her and Blove were fine. Like, she said that, like, on her very first video back, she said that she loves her some Blove, and she appreciate all the love from Blove, because Blove is always, and quoted in her kind of quotes, words by her, fixes her crown. And I do love that, because as women, you do need to spread light and love into the other woman if you're able to, if you can. It's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of times we end up trying to tear each other down, speaking negativity on each other. So the fact that she feels that way about Blove despite their rocky past, I love it, because I didn't know that they were cool. So apparently they're cool, and I'm happy for it. I'm here for it. I love to see it. So the confirmation of me saying Blove was being messy, she obviously was not being messy, because she clearly said that she loves her some Blove, and she appreciates her. And I love it. I love to see it. I'm glad that they made up. I'm glad they made amends. And I'm glad they're doing good. And I remember in her live, she also talked about Tay and Lou. So Tay and Lou is going viral, baby. And it's so crazy to know that a lot of well, of course, if I see them, I'm sure people that I see, other people that are influencers and people will see them too. But it's just so funny though, because Blove even mentioned about Tay and Lou as well. And they basically were just saying they wish the best for them. But Q was being pretty confident, and she wasn't really holding no bar. She's like, I don't like how this was done. I don't like how that was done. Y'all need to get it together. Basically, I'm not going to speak on what she was speaking on, but I kind of understood where she was coming from, but I'm going to move past that, because I'm trying to give that situation a break right now, because I feel like they're both adults, either in their 30 or close to 30. They know if they were being right or wrong, and they hopefully going to be able to figure it out, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Like I said, I'm not going to really be commenting on that too much, but the fact that she was talking about it, and she's like, y'all, what's tea? And she went into talking about that topic. It was just good to know that she had been keeping up a little bit, or she heard about it, because it's definitely been the talk of the town around TV land around here. I love that she's natural now. She had a little natural mini fro. It was so cute. When she came out, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just got out the shower. My hair, I didn't do nothing to it. But she still looked cute. I still love the hair. And she was eating this hoagie that she said was so good. Her and her sister devoured it and said it was so good. Even though she didn't devour, she took her time and she was sharing it with her sister. It was a huge hoagie, and she said she had been craving it, and it was good to see her sharing. It was good seeing her, eating less, because she didn't eat the whole thing. She ate some of it. Yeah, that's how you definitely will slim down. But, it was just good that she got full and she passed it on, even though it was so good. Her sister was like, oh, I want a bite, and she gave her that and said that's one of the best sandwiches that she ever has had. And she said she lives in Delaware right now. And so that's where the place is. I think it's called Manly's or something like that. She had to do a video on them, or name or something. Because, baby, the way they was eating that sandwich made me want to try it. But I don't know if we got one of them here. But it sure was nice seeing it, But she also talked about how she did love Nigeria. It was a good place. She said she loved her husband. She said they don't have no problems. They're still obviously in the honeymoon phase, which is good that they don't have any problems. That's good to know, because people really don't know. Because a lot of people were saying, you're not making videos. We don't see your husband, yada, yada, yada. What's going on? She said her and her husband are good. I know the honeymoon stage is always a good stage. The honeymoon stage can last some years. I know for me, it lasts some years, if not some months. So with this distance in the rising, because her husband did not come back to the U.S. with her. He is still in Nigeria because of all the legal matters that have to go on in order for him to come to the U.S. But she said he makes her very happy, which is good. I'm happy for her. Because there's people that's good in every race, you know. To be honest, my ex was fine. I ain't gonna lie, like he did it for me, you know. I'm a sucker. I'll tell you one thing about Libras. We love a good look, where you carry yourself and smell. Like if you take care of your prayer, like you're gonna catch a Libra's attention, baby. My ex-husband, he had that together. He was one of them Africans that had a red beard. So he had red hair, he was my little leprechaun. But anyway, he had freckles and everything. So he was cute, but you know, it just didn't work out between us because I didn't trust him, bottom line. But, but yeah, I'm glad that it's working for her, even though I don't know if she's going to say still that same tune later down is my prediction, but hopefully she will, because I'm not a fortune teller. But at the end of the day, the honeymoon phase is always the best. So hopefully she can continue to work on her marriage if that's something she wants. To be honest, I could have stayed with my ex. So, I mean, if anything you wanted to work, anything can work. But I'm one of them people that I don't take too much B in the S. So I'm real like a loner, introverted type, rather be single type. So that's why it didn't work for me, to be honest. It's just like, look, I can do this by myself, baby. And that's just what all it was. But he ain't saying he was just terrible. But yeah, it didn't work out. So anyway, she said that her and her husband are good, which is always good to hear. To be honest, the way that she really is wanting to be in her marriage, it might just work, to be honest. Because some people really want to be with a person. Me, I never was about that life. I'll be with me and love on me all day, baby. Because, baby, I got it going on. You feel me? You got to come correct and don't come at all with me, baby. But to be honest, I knew that the relationship was like mid. But I just want to give everybody a chance, to be honest. That's just all that was. It just didn't work out. But I was not surprised. You know, it happens. Maybe I manifested it. Who knows? I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to see how things go with her husband. Because to be honest, I don't see him coming to America in the next 2 or 3 years. But that's going to put a damper on the relationship. If you haven't seen your husband in 2 or 3 years, and the only way you do see him is if y'all flying back and forth, that's a crunch. That's a crunch. Now, everything at first is going to be fluffy and butterflies and all that. But we're going to see when the real tea later on in the relationship. Because me, I even tried to make my relationship work. It lasted, well, I was trying to end it in COVID. And due to COVID, my divorce date kept getting pushed back years. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And so it lasted longer than COVID for that reason. Because everything was booked and pushed back. And it pissed me off, to be honest. I was waiting at the door for the divorce. They had me waiting around the corner down the street in the next country. I was like, you got me messed up. Because we get divorced today. They said, not today, baby, not today. You going to work on your stuff. I'm like, work on what? Because when I'm done, baby, I'm done. But I had tried to work on it, and he you know, he was trying. Shoot. He was in the courthouse talking about, you still want to divorce me? Baby, we in the courthouse. Yeah. Anyway, you know, I couldn't blame him, though. It's me. You know, nobody wants to leave me. You know, I get it. But he was just on some fugazi stuff. Don't let him fool you. He was on some fugazi stuff. I know he wanted his papers, too. That's what that was. I'm just going to be honest. I did try to help him get his papers. And I wasn't being the most compliant with that, because there's a story behind that. But he was in the process, and it didn't work out because I was ready to go. So that's another reason why he was begging to keep it together. No, baby, no. But thanks for trying. Thanks for playing. Maybe next time. Yeah, so they don't give up easily if you do go into paperwork with him. Like, he tried to get me back after I divorced, like years after. So yeah, they don't play about that. And they probably will stalk you, hack you. Allegedly, some of them follow you, and they don't play. You think they play because you're like, oh, they from Nigeria. No, they don't play. They know government officials to get over here. They don't play, and they got money. Okay, I'm sure I've been hacked by my ex. Video recorded by my ex. I got some stories. Maybe I have to tell you a story about that one time. But it could be in my head too, because then like he gonna admit to it. That boy can lie his off. You feel me? So yeah. But best of luck to them. In the Famissibos. Per T. I'm out. Let me know what you think down below. Well, as always, thank you for stopping by at his house for your alleged tea, entertainment, and gossip and predictions. And we will definitely have more. So definitely come back and see us. And if you want to be notified, hit that bell and also subscribe, especially if you've been here before. Come back again and again. But subscribe and join the fam band. We'd love to have you. And if you liked anything that was said on today, or even made you laugh, joke, think, ponder, make sure you hit that thumbs up or that like button, especially if you agree or disagree, and comment down below.